What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight, and today I have some Yu-Gi-Oh news for you guys. A bunch of new cards have been revealed today, and all of them are going to be in Flames of Destruction. So I thought I would just combine all of those new cards revealed for that set in one video. And if you don't know what Flames of Destruction is, basically it's the next set that's coming out for the OCG over in Japan. And we'll get it later on, I guess this summer. I don't think we released it yet, but yeah, it's one of the main sets, so we'll obviously get it. And it's the one basically after Extreme Force, if you didn't know that. But anyway, the first one I want to talk about is Destroymare Iblee. This is a card that's been revealed, I think it's been like a couple days ago, but I wanted just to kind of talk about it in this video too, because for today's video as well, we're going to talk about these brand new Link monsters that have been revealed, which are called the Troymare, and also we have some new World Legacy cards too. And basically with these Troymare, they're all Link monsters, and they're really good Link monsters. Like, they can work with just more than each other, you know, they're not just archetype specific. A bunch of them just require, you know, monsters with different card names, so that means they can actually be thrown in any kind of deck out there that can Link summon, basically. And that means that they are really good too, because they have some scary effects as well. But yeah, we're going to go through all those, and everything will be in the description too if you guys want to read along with me. But yeah, anyway, first off, we're going to talk about Destroymare Iblee, which is a level 2 Dark Cyverse effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense, and its effect is you can only use this card's name's third effect once per turn. The first effect is, when this card is normal summon, you can target one Link monster in graveyard, special summon it to your field, link to this card, but its attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated. The second effect is, you cannot special summon any monsters except Link monsters, and that third effect that you can only use once per turn is, if this card you control is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card to your opponent's field in defense position. So basically this is just a card to help you Link summon, obviously. I mean, there's not really a ton else to say about it. You normal summon it, you get to bring back one of your Link monsters. Its attack is 0, its effects are negated, who cares? I mean, you can get a Link monster out of it though, which then you could use to help further Link summon. I mean, you can go for even a higher Link monster or something and turn that into a bigger monster for you. Also, being Cyverse works out really well too. I'm kind of surprised to see it's actually a Cyverse monster, so that helps. And also, yeah, you can't special summon any monsters except Link monsters. But for a lot of decks out there, and especially once we talk about like these Troymares and everything too, there's going to be a lot of things in the meta that are just going to Link summon like crazy, like we've basically seen with like Spirals and stuff anyway too. So really good effects, and basically it's just a card to help you get, you know, your Link monsters out there, revive one, and go for a bigger Link monster. So again, pretty self-explanatory on that. Then after that, we have our Troymare cards, which are the ones, like I was saying, that were just revealed last night. First off, we have Troymare Goblin. It is a Link 2 Wind Fiend Link monster with 1,300 attack. The links are at the left and the right, and it requires 2 monsters with different names to Link summon into it. And of course, its effect is, if this card is Link summoned, you can discard 1 card. During the main phase of this turn, you can normal summon 1 monster to a zone this card points to, in addition to your normal summoner set. If this effect was activated while this card is co-linked, you can also draw 1 card. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects. So yeah, basically we have a Seraphinite Link monster. That's what a lot of people are calling it, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a card that can work with pretty much any archetype, because you just need 2 monsters with different names, so it's not just for Troymares, which is, again, why this, you know, all these Link monsters are so crazy. But yeah, basically you get to gain an additional normal summoner set, which obviously, more monsters you bring out, more Link monsters you're bringing out, so that's good. And also you can draw a card from its effect, which is something they all have. I believe that's an effect they all share. With their link to other monsters, you get to draw cards from it, so giving you more options to go with, more monsters to normal summon with that extra summoning. And they also protect each other when they're linked together as well. With this one, it makes it so that co-link monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects. I feel like this is going to be kind of the new proxy dragon in a way, because it's an easy to bring out Link 2 monster, and it's giving you an extra normal summon. Just imagine the combos we're going to see after this, like seriously. Then next up we have Troymare Mermaid. This one is a Link 1 Water Fiends Link monster with, of course, 1,000 attack. The Link arrows are at the bottom, and then the materials are 1 Troymare monster except Troymare Mermaid. So you can't, like, it can't use itself to bring out another one, basically. Anyway, its effect is, you can only use this card's name 1 effect once per turn, and that effect is, if this card is Link summoned, you can discard 1 card, special summon 1 Troymare monster from your deck. If this card effect is activated while this card is co-linked, you can also draw 1 card. And also the last part of its effect is monsters on the field that are not co-linked lose 1,000 attack in the field. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the only one of the Troymares that is you know, archetype specific. It's not generic, you know what I mean? Because it actually does require one Troymare monster to link summon into it. But also, what this one does specifically is that it makes it so you can special summon one Troymare monster from your deck. So, you know, another monster out there, always a good thing. And it's also making it so that monsters on the field that are not co-linked lose 1000 attack and defense. So that's something you can hurt your opponent with because, again, they're all linked together. They protect from, like, card effects, different things like that. Well, this one will even weaken monsters that are not co-linked. So with this kind of card, I mean, it's another one to help you get things going, get the ball rolling, basically, for them. And, yeah, I mean, it also weakens monsters that aren't linked. So basically, if you have them all linked together, as you should be able to fairly easily, you're just going to be weakening your opponent. And sounds pretty cool. I mean, like I said, it's the only one that's not generic, but you can use it with the other Troymares, so it's not a problem for you either. Then next up, we have one that a lot of people are really excited about, and for good reason. That is Troymare Griffin. It is a Link 4 Light Fiend Link monster with a 2,500 attack, and the Link arrows are at the top, left, right, and bottom. Also, materials have to be 2 monsters with different names. And of course, its effect is, you can only activate this card's names 1 effect once per turn. And that effect is, if this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card and target 1 spell trap card in your graveyard, set that card on your side of the field, but it cannot be activated this turn. If this effect was activated while this card was co-linked, you can also draw 1 card. And the last part's effect is, special summon monsters that are not co-linked cannot activate their effects. So yeah, basically we just gained a generic link form that can bring back one of your spell trap cards from your graveyard, set it to your side of the field. You can't activate it that turn, but you're still able to get back one of your cards like that. And also, it makes it so that special summon monsters that are not linked cannot activate their effects. So that is an insanely good card. Again, you want them to be linked together because then you get their additional effects where, you know, yes, you still have that effect where you discard a card, but also if it's linked to another one, then you're able to draw a card from it. And of course, that negative effect you can give to your opponent where, you know, if their monsters aren't all linked together and stuff too, then you are weakening the special summon monster. So that's really good. But that effect, being able to bring back a spell or trap card from your graveyard, is insane. And like I said, yet again, this is a generic card. That means you can use this with anything out there. You can use this with spirals, anything that can link summon. I mean, honestly. So that is insane, and that's the reason this card's getting some hype, because that's definitely going to be a problem for a lot of decks out there. It makes me wonder what's going to happen to it in the future as well. Then after that, we have Troymare Unicorn. It is Link 3 Dark Fiend Link monster with a 2,200 attack. The Link arrows are at the left, right, and bottom. And again, it requires at least 2 monsters with different card names to link summon into it. Anyway, its effect is, you can only use this card's names 1 effect once per turn, and that effect is, if this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card on the field, return it to the deck. If this card effect was activated while this card is co-linked, you can also draw 1 card. And then the last part of its effect is, while you control a co-linked Troymare monster, the number of cards you draw during your draw phase becomes equal to the number of those monsters with different names. First off, its like own effect that helps you out is that you're able to target a card in the field and just return it to the deck. So that can get rid of a lot of things. Your opponent has a strong monster, get rid of it. They have an annoying trap card or spell or something that's out there, field spell, whatever, just get rid of it, send it back to the deck. I mean, that can help for a variety of different reasons. And the thing that's really crazy about this is if it is linked together with more Troymares, then you're able to just draw a lot of cards. Think about like having a bunch of monsters linked together. Let's say you actually have 6 monsters linked together or something like that. You're drawing 6 cards then. That is really good, and yeah, that's a pretty crazy effect. I can see like already some kind of OTK or FTK even being used to, you know, with this card, because just drawing a bunch of cards, just link summon more afterwards. Then after that, we also have Troymare Phoenix, which I think this one looks pretty cool. Anyway, it is a Link monster with Link of 2, Fire Fiends, 1,900 attack, and the Link arrows are at the top and right. And of course, again, the materials have to be 2 monsters with different names. And of course, its effect is, you can only use this card's names 1 effect once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. If this effect was activated while this card was co-linked, you can also draw 1 card. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So basically, it's a way to get rid of a spell or trap card, and also making it so that your monsters that are linked together can't be destroyed by battle. So, again, good effect. Not much else to say. And then last but not least, we have Troymare Cerberus, which is a Link monster with a Link of 2, Earth Fiend, 1,600 attack. The Link arrows are at the top and of course at the left, and the materials have to be, again, 2 monsters with different names. Anyway, its effect is, you can only use this card's names 1 effect once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can discard one card, then target one special summon monster in your opponent's main monster zone, destroy it. If this card effect was activated while this card was co-linked, you can also draw one card. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, again, it's a good card on that, where you're just able to get rid of a special summon monster in your opponent's main monster zone, not extra monster zone, main monster zone, get rid of it, and also it protects your other co-linked monsters from card effects. I mean, not much else to say. It gets rid of a problem that your opponent, has on their side of the field to get rid of one of their monsters like that, and also protecting from monster effects. That's good. So, again, good effect on that, and one that will be really good when you have it linked together with the others. And then, of course, for the last of our cards, we have some new World Legacy cards. And the first one is World Legacy World Spear. It is a level 8 Dark Machine effect monster with 3,000 attack and 0 defense. Anyway, its effects are, you can only use this card's names 1 and 3 effects once per turn. The first effect is, during damage calculation when two monsters, including a link monster, are battling, you can discard this card, then your opponent's monster loses 3,000 attack. Your opponent cannot target other World Legacy monsters for an attack. If a monster is special summoned from the extra deck, special summon one World Legacy token, Machine Dark, level 1, 0 attack and defense to each side of the field in defense position. So yeah, as you guys can see, we have another World Legacy monster, and this one is actually pretty good too, because making it so that when there's damage calculation going on between two monsters, one of them of course being a link monster, you can just discard it and your opponent's monster loses 3,000 attack. That can do some serious damage. I mean, think about that. You can either weaken a really powerful monster, or even if it's a weaker monster, make its attack go to 0, and that can be game winning, even for if you have everything set up correctly. So a card like that is actually pretty crazy. Also, when it's actually on your side of the field too, it can protect your World Legacy monsters. So that's pretty good as well. You just have it on your side of the field, they have to go for it. It has 3,000 attack on its own, so obviously that's a good option. And it can also bring out tokens to your side of the field and your opponent's side of the field. You can use these tokens to easily, go for a link monster or whatever you want to do. And yeah, I mean, again, you're giving your opponent some defense position monsters with 0 defense, so you can kind of overload their field. If you have something with some piercing damage, do a lot of damage with that, and I mean, yeah, there's not much else to say. It's a really good World Legacy card, so one I'm definitely looking forward to trying out. And then, of course, our last card we're talking about for this video is Resistance Against the World Legacy. It is a normal trap card, and its effect is target spell or trap cards on the field up to a number of co-link monsters on the field, destroy them. So yeah, it's basically a World Legacy card for Troymares, and just gets rid of spells and traps. Have a bunch of them co-linked together. You basically can kind of have like a Harpy's Feather Duster from it if you have enough link monsters that are linked together. So pretty good effect on that. Getting rid of spells and traps, always a good thing. So yep, there we go. Those are all the cards I want to talk about for this video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know there's a lot to read off, making this kind of a longer video, but I had to talk about these cards because they are freaking amazing. I mean, we're going to see these like crazy. These cards will be meta, and they can also be used in a lot of different decks, like I said, too. So can't wait to see what they're going to do, and these are probably some of the scarier link monsters I think I've seen so far. So let me know what you guys think about them. Do you like them? Do you not like them so much? And, what decks do you plan on using some of these monsters with? Are you just going to go with actual Troymares, or you want to use them with, something else? Let me know, of course, down in the comments. Of course, everything will be in the description, too, if you guys want to read along with me, or, if you wanted to look into some of these cards a little bit more. And, yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. As soon as Flames of Destruction is out, of course, even in Japan, I'll do an opening on it, and I'm hoping I can pick up a lot of these, different Troymare cards. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News and openings, too, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.